Hello everyone, welcome to my class. Let's start today's class with this thought. Life is a circle of happiness, sadness, hard times, and good times. If you are going through hard times, have faith that good times are on the way. With this positive note, I'm starting with the new topic today, that is letter writing. Here we have. Now what's here? Let's read it out. Letters serve various purposes, ranging from being a medium of exchange of thoughts, greetings, and information to being a medium of official communication. So through letters, we exchange our ideas, our expressions, our thoughts, our wishes to others, exchange information, or we give information to others. So that is a mean of communication through which we exchange or we keep others informed about different things. Now letters are divided into two groups. Now what are these? It's in three groups here, not in two, it's in three. First, personal or informal letters. One is informal letter, that is personal letters that we write to our friends or relatives. That is informal letter, or we can say personal letters. Second, official or formal letters. Formal letter, that is official ones that we write to different offices, banks, or municipalities, municipal corporations, or business firms, or to the newspapers. All these are official letters, or we say formal letters. Third one, notes of invitation or social letters are also written. They may be personal or official depending on the purpose of the letter and the person addressed. Can third one here, it is given invitation or social letters. When you are inviting someone, you are giving invitation for any party, maybe marriage or birthday party or any other thing. That is invitation. They can be invitation, letters of congratulations or letters of thanks. In that invitation only, it can be accepting that invitation or refusing that invitation. Nature of a letter is determined by various factors, including the purpose and the relationship between the writer and the recipient. So we can decide what kind of letter it is on these two bases: the purpose, for what purpose you are writing that letter. Second thing, the relationship between the writer, that is who is writing the letter, and the recipient, that is who is receiving the letter, or to whom we are writing the letter. If we are writing to our friend or relatives, that is informal letter. And if we are writing to some bank or office or newspaper or any other official firm, we call it formal letters. Now you have main two letters here in your course, formal and informal letter. Now here are some points given to remember. Let's see what are these points. The different parts of a letter are as follows. Now what parts we have in a letter? First one, heading. Heading indicates the place and time where the letter has been written, and it is placed on the top left hand corner of the letter. So where you have to write the heading? Left hand side on the top of the page or the letter, you have to write this heading. And that includes where this letter was written. So that means you have to write the address of the writer who is writing the letter. After that, the writer's address is written at the top left hand corner of the page. On the top left hand side, left hand corner, to write the address of the writer. The receiver's designation and address is written after the date only in formal letters. So informal letters, formal letters I'm saying, there you have to write receiver's designation. That is to whom you are writing. Designation means the post of that receiver, what he is, and the address of that receiver. You have to write after the date. That means first you have to write the the writer's address. After that, you have to write date, on which date you are writing the letter. That date you have to write. After that, you have to write the receiver's designation, that is post, and then the address of the receiver. This format is for formal letter. In informal letters, we don't write this way. There's a change. We don't write receiver's address there. The date should be written in full. That is this way. 15th November 2020, that is the year. So you have to write date this way. You have to write the name of the month. You cannot write 15, 11, 20. That is not the right way. The name of the month is written in full and never in short. So there also, when you're writing the name of the month, you will not write NOV and a dot there. That's not right. You have to write complete spelling of the month. Okay. That was the first thing about the address. Informal and informal also. Writer's address, then date, then the receiver's address. And the way how you have to write that date, it's here. That is date, then complete spelling of the month, and then the year. Now, second point, salutation. Salutation, or the manner in which the recipient is addressed, depends upon the type of letter. Now, salutation is the way you are addressing that person to whom you are writing the letter. For informal letters, it is usually dear or dearest, followed by the name of the friend or the name by which we call our relations. So it's about informal letter. If you're writing a personal letter, there in salutation, what you have to write? dear or dearest. You can write this thing. And after that, if you're writing to a friend, then name of the friend. If you are writing to your relative, then you have to write that relation, like dear mother, dear father, dear uncle, like this. For formal letters, dear madam or sir or sir or madam is written. So in formal letters, that is official letters, you can write dear madam or dear sir or madam. Both ways it's right. The form of salutation varies from person to person depending on the relation with the person addressed and the purpose of writing the letter. So this salutation, it depends on the person who's writing the letter and to whom he is writing the letter. And what is the purpose of the letter? It's a formal one or it's informal one. It's personal or it is official. Like this, there's some example given. To a member of the family, we write, my dear mother or dear father. If you're writing to relative or to your family, it's an example given there. You can write my dear mother or my dear father this way. If you're writing to friends, we write dear Neha. Suppose the friend's name is Neha. So you can write dear Neha or my dear Neha. To businessmen, we write dear sir, dear madam, or you can write sir or madam. To officials, we write madam or sir. These last 2 points, both are right for you. You can use any of these two in official letters. This is written below the date in informal letter. Informal letter, that is in your personal letters, writing sender's address, then date, and after that, this salutation. But in formal letters, this is written after the receiver's designation address followed by the subject. In official letters or formal letters, the format is sender's address, then date, then receiver's designation and his address. After that, subject. Subject, that is the main thing or the main purpose you are writing the letter. So that purpose you have to write there, and that too very short. After that, you have to write this salutation, dear madam or dear sir or madam. Now, third point, body of the letter. Body of the letter includes the main substance of the letter. That is the matter which you are writing there, that is body of the letter. Informal letters are written in conversational style. Informal, that is your personal letters. If you are writing as if you are having a conversation with your friend or with your family member. That way you can write personal letters. While formal letters are formal in tone and comparatively short. Personal letters, you can write a long one, but formal or official letters, as compared to personal, they are short one. And the language or the tone there, that is formal, not informal way. This is divided into paragraphs. It depends on you. The first paragraph is the introduction, that why you are introducing yourself and why you are writing that letter. Second, gives the reason of writing. In that second paragraph, you write the reason behind your writing that letter. And the third paragraph is the conclusion. last part, ultimately what you have to say. Now that is the body of the letter. You can write in 2 paragraphs also. It's not compulsory that you write in 3 paragraphs only. Subscription. Subscription is the concluding part of the letter. Concluding part, that is the last part of the letter, and written at the bottom left hand corner. And this subscription we have to write left hand side only and in the corner. Everything you have to start from left hand side only. Address or salutation or subject or body of the letter to start from the left hand side. It is a polite leave taking before the letter ends. So before we are ending the letter, there you have to write this subscription. This is a polite way of taking leave or ending the letter. It must correspond to the salutation at the beginning. So the way you are ending the letter or writing this subscription, it depends on the salutation. That is, to whom you have written. It's a personal one or it's an official one. If it is to the friend, then you can write yours sincerely or your loving friend in subscription, and after this you have to write your name there. To relatives, then you can write yours affectionately, your affectionate son or brother or sister. This way you can write the subscription. To businessmen, strangers, and officials. If it is an official letter, if you have written to these person here, then ending should be yours faithfully or yours sincerely. If to newspaper editors, you can write yours truly. Okay, and after this you have to write your name in the next line. And one thing here, if you're writing this yours sincerely or yours affectionately like this, there before S, don't put apostrophe. It is without apostrophe. Some students, they make this mistake that they use apostrophe before S. Don't do that. It's without apostrophe. That is Y-O-U-R-S. No apostrophe there. Okay. Next point. Signature. Signature of the writer is placed just below the subscription at the bottom left hand corner. As I said, everything in the left hand side, start from the left hand side. So signature also the left hand side corner after the subscription. In addition to these, a formal letter has the following feature. These are the common features which we have to use in every kind of letters. Now after this, here one extra thing is given there regarding formal letter. In addition to these, a formal letter has the following features. Now what is that? Receiver's designation and address is written below the heading explained earlier on the left hand side of the letter. Heading, there you are writing the sender's address, after that date. After that, you have to write receiver's designation and address. That is for formal letter only. One thing is given here, punctuation marks, that is full stop, commas like this, are not used while writing the date or address or salutation or subscription. That means after salutation like dear sir, we are not putting comma then. There is no need to write comma. After yours faithfully also, no need to write comma. In date also, no need to write commas or full stop. After receiver's address comes subject. This we write only in formal letters or official letters, not in personal letters. Subject, which highlights the main purpose behind writing the letter, is mentioned below the receiver's address on the left hand side. This also you have to start from the left hand side. Receiver's address, after that subject, put a dash and write the purpose of writing the letter. And very, very short you have to write. It should not be 2 lines or 3 lines or 4 lines. Write the main part of that thing. Okay, those were the key features of the letter or the letter writing. Now we have some examples of informal letters and formal letters. So first we have informal letters. These are the letters we write to our relatives or friends with whom we share a personal bonding. So it's a revision of that again. Informal letter, to whom we write informal letter, to our friends and relatives. Here is a letter written by Rani to her friend Rohini about her plans for summer vacation. So this is your informal letter. So first is this address, and this is address of the writer. After that, date is given there. 9th May 2020 or 21, whatever you have to write there. Then salutation, dear Rohini. And then body of the letter. So first paragraph here, it acts like an introduction where the writer greets her friend, asks about her family. The starting is introduction, you are greeting, you are wishing your friend, asking about him and about his family, or wishing his family. That is, hope you are fine. It has been almost 2 weeks since I heard from you. How's your family? I'm sure your younger sister Trisha is happy going to her new school. It's not compulsory that you have to write the same lines. Change it according to you. Then in the second paragraph, describes her program, focuses on painting. Our summer vacation has already started and I have enrolled myself in 2 summer programs. You will be surprised to know that one of them is painting. I'm very excited about this program since some renowned artist of the city would be a part of it. This is the main information which she is giving to her friend about her summer vacation. Now, third paragraph here mentions the other programs and the scholastic activities here. What is that? The other program I have enrolled in is skating, and my younger brother Varun would also join me. The activities are expected to start from 16th May, and I will tell you about my experience in the next letter. So this is other information which she is giving here. Now last one, acts as a conclusion to the letter. This is the concluding part. Give my regards to the elders in your family and lots of love and affection to your younger sister. I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon. So this is the last part of the body. Now then you have the subscription, yours affectionately. and then signature or the name of the writer. So this is an example of informal letter, how you have to write. Now again, I'm repeating this features of informal letter. First point, it is written in an easy, friendly, personal, and conversational style. The style we write in personal letter, it should be friendly and easy way of writing. No commas are used at the end of the lines in address, date, salutation, and subscription. Like this, yours affectionately, no comma here. No need to put comma here. Date can be written as 20th May. I told you the starting. Date should be this way, like this, 28th. Write complete spelling of the month and then the year. And don't use commas or full stop here. Next point. The forms of address is usually the name without the title of the person to whom one is writing the letter or the name by which the recipient is called, prefixed by such qualifying terms as dear or my dear. After that, write the name, or dear father or dear Raul. Like this, you have to write that salutation. And the forms of subscription, again, yours affectionately or your affectionate son. For letters to family members, you can write yours lovingly and your affectionately. May be used, your loving friend may be used for friends. So this is different way of writing subscription. The content should be clear, to the point, and coherent. Another example here. Imagine that you stay in a boarding school. Write a letter to your father informing him about the date when your summer break will start. So this is another example here, and question with that. You can read it on your own. Now, one example related to formal letter. Write a letter to the editor of a newspaper about the recklessness of drivers on Kolkata roads. It's a question. So first you have to write sender's address. This is sender's address. Then date. You can see 22 February, full spelling given there, 2010. Then receiver's designation. Designation is the editor. You are writing to a newspaper. And then the address, the Times of India. This is the name of the newspaper and name of the city. After that, subject. Subject here, everything we are starting here from the left-hand side. The problem of reckless driving in the city. This is the subject. And then salutation. Sir is given there. You can write sir, or you can write dear sir, dear ma'am, like this. Then you have body of the letter. Reading out from here. I would like to draw the attention of the government and the people to the problem of reckless driving on Kolkata roads through your esteemed daily. Daily is newspaper. So that is the introductory part of this letter. After that, another paragraph here, now main information. I have noticed with grave concern that vehicles on city roads are becoming dangerously reckless these days. There are rules against reckless driving, but rules fail to save human lives when we fail to show concern for our fellow beings. Time is surely precious, but human life is priceless. There is an unhealthy competition among buses and other vehicles on the roads to overtake one another. Pedestrians fall victim to this mindless competition. Such practices cannot be stopped merely by implementing rules. Passengers as well as pedestrians must take a stand against this. The collective protest of passengers against such reckless driving will put a check on the drivers. This is the concluding part of the body of the letter. So this we are writing to the newspaper editor. So he'll write in his newspaper, and this thing will make people aware about this problem. Okay. And in the last, you have subscription, yours truly, and then name given there. So this way you have to write a formal letter, and this is to the newspaper. One example here, write a letter to the Chief Minister of your state, drawing his attention to the urgent need for a government hospital in your district. So this is one more example given here. This you can read yourself. First you have this address, then the date, and then the designation to whom you are writing, then the address, and then reference. Now here REF written there, that is for subject. You can, that means reference. You can write this way also, or write subject there. And then this is the subject, an urgent need for a hospital in Badrapur. Okay, this is the way of writing formal letter. It's an example given here. Now, I'm giving you two questions just for your practice, how you are going to write the letter according to these questions. So first is related to informal letter. I'm reading out the question. You have just returned from a holiday at a hill station. Write a letter to a friend mentioning what you found most exciting about the place and give two reasons to explain why you consider it an ideal place for a vacation. So this is related to informal letter. Now, one question. It's related to formal letter writing. You have to write a letter to the editor of a newspaper on the evils of street begging. And this editor of newspaper, you can write any newspaper name there. Okay. So this was your letter writing. See you next time. Till then, goodbye and take care.